Hi, I'm Midge Shoemaker, and today is day 74 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on recognizing God's hand in my life. So, yay! Trying to figure out where to put this so I get the best image of me. Maybe I'll just roll back. There we go. That's a little better. Anyway, so day 74 was a really rough day. I've made me a little mug today. I got out my mug that says, "Be nice to me." It says, "Be nice to me." It's been a long day. I don't know if you can see that. But that's kind of how I feel about today. It was just kind of a long, stressful day at work, which is not unusual for me. But at the end of the day, I got written up today for being rude and snippy. I mean, there were some other things, but I think the rude and snippy was the biggest thing. And even my supervisor, when she was doing it, she looked like it was just really awkward conversation for her to have to tell me that. For her to have to tell me that, but I was like, okay. And then I was just really grateful that it was just the end of the day. But I came home and I messaged my old coworker because she's quit. She doesn't work there anymore. She works somewhere else. And she's like, keep in touch, keep in touch. And I was like, okay. So I just came home and I said a prayer and I let myself cry. And I'm really grateful that I could pray and just cry and just know that Heavenly Father is listening to me and just letting me cry because I was having a bad day. And that I'm really super grateful that my coworker reached out and she called me. Well, I guess my old coworker, previous coworker, I don't know how you define that relationship anymore. But anyway, she reached out to me and just told me what a wonderful, amazing person I am, that I have this amazing light around me, and to just not take whatever happened personally. And then she went off on some of the other people that I work with that are like more rude and more snippy and have this problem or that problem, and she's like, don't even take it personally. And so I was like, okay. and she like reinforced the fact that they're not going to fire me over this. They're short staffed as it is, and they're just trying to get everybody to be like super happy all the time and super bubbly, and in spite of how busy everything is, you're supposed to just be super friendly. And I get super focused on things, and I know that I get hyper focused on stuff I do, and then I don't pay attention to what's going on around me. I'm not an observant person. Seriously, I'm not very observant at all. So so I was just kind of like, okay, that's fine. So it was just kind of, anyway, so I know I'm just not an observant person, and I know my mind wanders and does crazy things like that where I just totally lose track of what I was talking about or thinking about, and I talk in circles. I think it's an ADHD thing, which I still think I have, but I've never officially been tested for, so I don't actually know if I do or not. So there's all of that rolled into all of that. So it is possible when I'm hyper focused on something that I miss something that someone's saying or doing, or that I, not intentionally, but I might snap at someone unintentionally, or it might come off like I'm snapping at them because I'm like, what do you want? Because you're interrupting whatever it is that I'm doing. And, but I'm trying to be much better at juggling and doing all of those things at work like I'm supposed to. And I feel like I'm really good at taking helpful criticism and trying to make changes, but I'm also struggling with the whole process of I've been a chameleon my entire life. I can fit in with just about anyone if I have to, make things work, pretend to be whoever other people want me to be, but I just want to be myself. And so, like my supervisor said, maybe people just don't know me yet. They haven't got to know my personality. So I don't know if I need to be more myself or less myself at work right now. I'm like, I don't really know, but I feel like God just sent my friend to me in my life because she just called me up when I sent her a text message to see how she was doing, and he just kept putting her name into my head, and I'm like, fine, I'll send her a text and tell her what happened at work today. And so she called me and she was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry this happened to you, and don't take it personally, and you're so wonderful and so amazing. And I thank God for sending wonderful, amazing friends and people into my life for me that will help fill me up when I'm feeling down, and just so grateful for that, and so grateful for the reminder that I don't need to take things personally, and that I have absolutely no control over how other people feel about me or how other people respond to me. But I do have a choice as to whether or not I let it upset me. And I let it upset me today. I really did, because I don't see myself as a mean, snippy person. I'm sure there's sometimes I might accidentally bark at someone or say or do something because I'm in a bad mood, but I usually catch myself and I try to apologize if I come off that way to anybody. And if someone tells me that I said or did something that offended them, I'm usually pretty quick to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that, I didn't mean to." So this is one of those opportunities for me to remember too, that I can look at myself and say, is what I'm being told true about myself? Is there something I can do to change that? Or is what I'm being said not necessarily true about myself? Maybe it's just someone else's misperception, misunderstanding, or whatever the case may be. And it's really hard in a situation because I don't know who said what, so I can't go back and apologize to that person. All I can do is try to be different and better in the future. So it is an opportunity to learn and to grow and to practice the things that I know to be true in my life, which is that I can't control other people's reactions and responses, or I can't control how other people feel about me. Because if I could, I would make all the addicts and the people that have hurt me in my life apologize, and I would make them all be nice to me, and I would feel surrounded and loved all the time. But it doesn't work that way. But I know that God is there and God is around me all the time and that He loves me all the time. And He sent my old coworker to just call me on the phone, and even though her phone kept hanging up for whatever reason, she kept calling back and then she's like, I'm just going to go in another part of the house so I can make this work because I want to talk to you. And I just thought that was so super sweet that she took the time to do that for me today, and it just totally made my day. And I know that God prompted her to do that and put her in my life to help me through something that, is probably very trivial in the grand scheme of things. And I know that I was just, I was hurt, but I'll be okay. And I'm grateful to know that too. And I can keep moving forward. And I know that God will be there and bless me and help me through every day that I am at this job or whatever job that I have in my life. And I know that He will be there for you too. So that is all I have for my videos. If you like my videos, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I hope you have a great day full of gratitude and find ways to recognize God's hand in your life too.